Okay. Yeah, so this is the one from the raid, which we'll get in the future. But for today, we got these 3 rings. The Ivory Trader's Autic. Oh my god, just buy it. Does it trigger you if I wait? Hold the dramatic pause. There it is. Ivory Trader's Autic. It's actually cute. It's really cute. A little otter. Look at it. Aw, looks like a meerkat. Looks like Maya. Oh, that's so cute. And that is our 850th mount. 850. A nice round number. Huge. Another milestone for the mount collecting. 850. Whew. Now the big one will be 900. I'm not sure when we can get that. That's another 50 mounts. But yeah, soon, I guess. Soon. So in Dragonflight, we can't really flex our mounts in the same way. Just to go through my mounts and talk about which ones I like and which ones I don't. In terms of dragon riding, I've favorited 2 of them, as you can see. I like the Proto Drake model and the Highland Drake model. I don't like the other 2, so I have not favorited those. Other mounts in my collection that I find special, cool, is the BlizzCon mount, of course. From BlizzCon, was it 2000? I don't know, something. A very long time ago. With a little Murloc on top of it. I also like a lot of the TCG mounts. Like we have the Magic Rooster. Probably one of my favorite models. Because it's so stupid. And unique. So I really like it. Fildrake is normally not in here. I added it here before it was going to be a drop. Because I wanted to flex it to people. You know, it made a lot of people come to my channel and be like, hey, what? How did you already get that? Aren't the drops like next week? That was fun. I have some gladiator mounts. My favorite one is probably from season 1 Shadowlands. So where is that? This one. I like it because it's so black and the eyes are so red. You know what I mean? So it's like a really nice contrast. And oh, especially with this transmog. Look. I'm actually matching my mount. Look, my eyes are matching. And I also look a bit, you know, scary. So it's a really nice mount. I really like it. It's probably one of my favorites. From BFA, I don't know which one's my favorite, to be honest. It's one of these Proto Drakes. Probably this one, but I just don't like the color of the armor. But in terms of the Drake color itself, I really like this sort of blue-purple thing. I also like some of the World Boss mounts. The Shaw of Anger one. Obviously, these World Boss mounts aren't as rare as they used to be, but it's still very, very cool. Really like this model. They truly are heavenly. See what I did there? They're really pretty. And now you can go and get it. Then together with this one too, also World Boss mount. And I don't think I have it favorited. I do actually. Here, this one. Similar model to the World Boss mount. This one is from Heroic Argus. It was a Head of the Curve mount. And I really like it for this effect. The color is changing. It goes from blue to purple. It's really nice. I really like it. A Violet Spellwing is my favorite. It's really nice. And it's extra cool because I was streaming back when this was a thing. And we boosted 1,000 people. Plus. If I remember correctly. For this mount. You helped me get that one? Thanks. Yeah? Awesome. Yeah, we helped over 1,000 people get this mount. So it was really cool. I was one of them. I was one of the boost. No way! Look at that! That's so cool. Yeah, we carried over 1,000 people for this mount. Works with the room. Yeah, true. It matches in my room. Because these are like my favorite colors, right? Like the purple shade with a slight pink. I really like it. Heartbreaker. The Love Rocket took me 2,100 attempts. It was a pain. I was doing the dungeon on like 60, 70 characters daily. It was awful. But I got it in the end, so... A lot of work into this one. We have some classics, the Swiftolian Tiger, just because, you know, when I first started playing this game, this was one of the few mounts where I felt like, you know, this looks kind of realistic and is my dream, because I've always wanted to have a pet lion or pet tiger, so this was like perfect for that. And then it was also rare, so it was cool. Swift Spectral, honestly, it's like, it's been so rare and so popular and so everything that it's in a way been watered down because it's talked about so much. And a lot of people do have it as well. But still, you know, it's there. It's there. It's cool. Oh, I didn't talk about the spell tome. The spell tome is one of those few mounts in the game that are so unique. It has its own even animation for summoning it. Like, look at this. See that? It has a whole like summoning animation, which is really cool. And then it also has an actual mount special as well, which is pretty unique. Oh, something spawned. I've already killed it, so I'm gonna ignore that. But yeah, this mount is still in the game. It's from the Mage Tower, but they did shut down the Mage Tower temporarily in time for the Dragonflight release. I don't know when it's coming back, but it is coming back soon. So when it's back, you can do this again. It is coming back. It's not meant to be on like a... It's not meant to be removed or anything like that. And when it's back, to get this mount, you have to do all the different dungeons or all the different instances. So you have to one tank one healer one on whichever class you want. And then one on the... I don't know what the bosses... I forgot what the bosses are called. But for example, as a warlock, you can do 3 different ones. So you have to do all those 3. You can do them all as a warlock. Or you can mix and match with other specs. But you just have to do each type of boss once, basically. They have to rescale it. Scaling went wrong with item level squish. Gotcha. Yeah, basically they're gonna fix it. It's gonna come back soon. It's not meant to be gone. They're just fixing it for Dragonflight. And when it's back, you can go for it. You say Mage Tower is harder than, let's say, Path of Ascension? Yeah, Mage Tower is harder, mainly because you have to, especially if you're doing specs that are not your own, it's much harder to learn a new class than it is to do Path of Ascension. Because Path of Ascension is just a few abilities. It's like 4 or something. Whereas when you do these and when you have to do a new spec, you have to learn, like, you know, tons of abilities, like defensives, offensives, any kind of cooldowns in general. Like, there's a lot more that you need to learn to be able to pull it off. And some are also tuned a little bit tougher than others. The healing challenge is pretty tough. The tank challenge is pretty tough. So yeah, they're all pretty tough, to be honest. In terms of the tank challenge, it's not the easiest one, but I do recommend going for Guardian Druid. Because when you do it as Guardian Druid, you also get a special bear skin, which is unique to the Mage Tower, and you can't get that skin anywhere else, so it's really cool. And otherwise, if you're like a completionist mindset like me, and you don't want to do Warlock 3 times, you want to do Warlock once to get the Warlock Transmog, and then you want to maybe consider doing each instance, like each scenario on a different class, not just spec, to get different transmog. Because for every class, you get a new class set. Like this, the one that I'm wearing right now is the Warlock Mage Tower set. It's a recolor from the Tomb of Sagira's raid set. So if you want to be super completionist mode, then you want to do these challenges on a different class on each one. I saw this comment on Twitter when Warcraft Twitter announced the drops. They were like, yeah, thanks for putting more mounts that I'm never gonna get again, you know, because I don't want to watch other people play the game. I want to log in and play the game myself. And it's just like, you don't even have to sit and actively watch. Like, you can play the game yourself. You can literally even mute the stream. But it's like the perfect example of people just being mad because they just hate streamers. I don't know. There's something about people who just hate streamers because it's zero work for them. But they're just so angry that World of Warcraft would dare support streamers that they have to sit and like express it. You know? It's so weird. You don't even need the mount if you don't want it. Yeah, but the point of the tweet was like, I really want the mount, but I guess I'm not going to get this mount now because, like, I don't want to watch other people play the game. I want to play the game. Keep in stream in the background like a podcast while farming. Yeah, and, like, if you find it annoying to listen to a stream, you can just mute it. Like, there's nothing wrong with that.